Ever since the dawn of 2023, we have been bombarded with one word: AI.
What's going on with AI?
Open AI.
After this word started annoying me like an uncouth mosquito, I made the decision that I'm gonna find the best AI chatbot. What I found was nothing less than perplexing. But if you use these tools for text or code generation, this is the video that will change the way you use AIs forever. For those of you living under a rock, major companies such as Microsoft with Bing AI, Google with Bard, and OpenAI with ChatGPT are revolutionizing AI chatbot technology by bringing what was once limited to their research facilities to public. But clearly, not every tool is for everyone. Upon my research and testing, I found out that the best way from a professional's perspective to judge these tools is via these 4 metrics, i.e. accuracy, speed, exclusivity, and the vastness of data these models are trained upon. Now, before I jump into the comparison, I would like to elaborate on these metrics a bit. By accuracy, I mean how close the output of the chatbot is to your prompt. For speed, I don't think there is much to elaborate. The exclusivity factor involves all the different tones you can play with, and how unique an output to your prompt can be. The last one I think is really important. It's the actual size of the data these models are trained on. This metric indicates how wide the usability spectrum of a chatbot is. The speed of an AI chatbot is influenced by a multitude of factors that work together to determine its performance and response time. Among these factors are the available computational power, which ensures faster data processing, and the complexity of the underlying algorithms that the chatbot utilizes. Additionally, network latency plays a role, as it can impact the time taken for the data to travel between the user's device and the chatbot's server. The size of the dataset that the chatbot needs to process can also affect its speed, with larger datasets potentially leading to slower response times. Moreover, proper system optimization, which involves fine-tuning the chatbot's hardware, software, and algorithms, is crucial for enhancing its overall speed. Upon my testing, which was conducted on similarly spec'd PCs and at the same internet connection, I found out that ChatGPT is the fastest option for generating code so far. Bing Chat also does well, but after hours of rigorous code generation using both chatbots, I found that Bing Chat had a subtle performance drop. Not only is ChatGPT faster, but also its coding acumen is commendable. Google Bard, however, still seems to be struggling with its coding courses. In Bard's FAQ, Google answers the question, "Can Bard help with coding?" with the answer, "Bard can't help you with coding just yet." Bard is still learning to code, and responses about code aren't officially supported for now. As for text generation, Google Bard is not bad. It generates text at a reasonable pace. Bing Chat, however, takes its time to skim through the internet, and then starts generating text. In my opinion, ChatGPT is the true winner in terms of speed. It outpaces all other chatbots, even though GPT-4 was kind of sluggish in the beginning. But now it is coped up. However, all this speed comes at a price. To enjoy the seamless ChatGPT experience, you must buy ChatGPT Plus. Otherwise, it could either give you error messages or say it is at capacity, resulting in loss of your valuable time. So yeah, the AI Speedster Award goes to ChatGPT. I beg your pardon, ChatGPT Plus. But speed is not the only thing that you're looking for in a chatbot, which brings me to the next metric, i.e. vastness of the dataset. The amount of data on which a chatbot is trained is a limiting factor for its usability. For example, you can only ask ChatGPT about events that happened before September 2021. Even though it is trained on a mammoth 570 gigs of data from the internet, you cannot use ChatGPT for information relevant to current affairs and recent happenings. Google Bard is, however, much more knowledgeable, with its 750 gigs of training data set. It can answer your questions about the top trends of the week. The same can also be achieved using Bing Chat, but here is the difference. Not only does Bing Chat provide you with all the recent information, but it also generates sources, so you can always cross-check if the information is right or not. Which brings us to the accuracy of these chatbots. But before that, I would like to hand over the award of the Guru to Bing Chat. The meaning of accuracy here is twofold. Not only the output should be logical for the given prompt, but also it must be correct in the first place. In my research, I found results which aligned with this website called Search Engine Land. This website measured the accuracy of the outputs via 4 metrics, i.e. completeness, quality, sticking to the topic, and actual accuracy or correctness. In the comparative evaluation, OpenAI's ChatGPT emerged as the most accurate, delivering 100% accurate responses in 81.5% of cases. Google Bard had a lower accuracy of 63%, with incorrect information in over a third of its responses. The Bing chat had error-free responses 77.8% of the time, meaning that it provided incorrect information in nearly a quarter of the cases. When considering both scores, OpenAI provided highly satisfactory responses over 3/4 of the time, while Bing Creative closely followed. However, it's worth noting that these chatbots had significant omissions in their responses. Out of 30 evaluations, ChatGPT received the highest score in all 4 metrics, the greatest number of times. Bing Chat followed with a fine margin, but Bard clearly lagged behind. So, the award for the most truthful chatbot goes to ChatGPT. It seems like Sundar Pichai needs to burden the developers even more to compete with OpenAI and Microsoft. I'm sorry, Google employees, but it is what it is. By this time, it is a cliche that all these chatbots can talk. But which one can talk more like humans? Which one can turn into a documentary writer, poet, or a comedian for you? I feel sorry for saying this right off the bat, but Google Bard is simply out of the competition in this domain. It actually tells you it has no ability to be creative or interactive. One of the Google representatives also came out of the shadows to explain why they made it the way it is. Nonetheless, Bard, I'm sorry, I'm a YouTuber, and I would want my chatbot to help me write the scripts for my videos, so my audiences can enjoy the extra bit of spice. However, there is some light at the end of the tunnel, as Bard always tells you that it is trying to improve when you ask it to code or write in a dramatic, poetic, or sarcastic way. As I checked recently, it did try to be more creative, but the results it produced were way below my expectations. Talking about Bing. The moment you launch it, you feel like this is the tool you needed to add a bit of spice to your writing, since it bluntly gives you an option to go creative. But sometimes things are just too good to be true. Now here's the deal. I asked both Bing and ChatGPT to go creative, and I found that ChatGPT excels at producing creative writing, making it a reliable option for generating content on a specific topic or emulating the style of other writers. It should be noted, however, that ChatGPT lacks the ability to cross-reference information against multiple sources, meaning that errors can be introduced with the same level of confidence as factual statements. Conversely, Bing Chat is not as proficient in creative writing due to its more factual and concise nature. Nevertheless, it offers distinct modes that give a hope to function as a virtual assistant or a casual conversationalist, engaging in everyday topics. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause for the winner of the Artist Award, ChatGPT. I would like to conclude the award show now, but there is a lot more to come in this video, so stay tuned. But let's get the conclusion out of the way first. Look, if you want concise and recent information, talk to Bing. If you want information to play around with, and if you want your writing to stand out after a quick read and slight modifications, ChatGPT is the way to go. And you can always play around with Bard out of your love for Google. Overall, in my opinion, ChatGPT is the best, since it checks 3 out of 4 boxes in my checklist. But wait, by no means can we take Google Bard lightly. The competitive edge for Google's language model will be its seamless integration into applications like Google Search, Gmail, Google Assistant, and Google Translate, providing users with a more natural and personalized experience. Google can use the feedback from all these platforms to stay ahead of its competitors. The award show is done and dusted now, but now I want to bring your attention to something very serious. It's about our security in the online world. Yes, it is true that the rise of AI chatbots has transformed the way we interact with the internet. From customer service to personal assistants, these bots have revolutionized the digital landscape, providing users with quick and efficient access to information. But there is a big but. Quite analogous to Pandora's box, these chatbots hold the power to unleash a torrent of chaos upon our interconnected society. Like, what happens if all your prompt histories fall into the wrong hands? Recently, there was this news that ChatGPT accidentally leaked the prompt histories of many users. Cybercriminals can exploit these loopholes or even engineer chatbots to manipulate victims, gain access to sensitive information, and even impersonate the victims themselves. So, can the AI engineers truly outmaneuver the risks that come with the package of ease artificial intelligence brings to our lives? It is a question that only time can answer. One way to remain safe is to be vigilant, and for that, you can subscribe to our channel as we bring all the latest and greatest blues from the world of tech. We will catch you in the next one. Goodbye.